Hi, 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 hi. I don't know. I'm just excited. I know it's just roughly a week and a day that these housemates came in, but for some odd reasons, I am just liking the friendship. Like I'm just liking the sisterhood join inside among the ladies. Like this is the very first Big Brother show that I have watched that I have seen ladies are having each other's back. I'm telling you, like there's no unnecessary cat fight, especially over men. Like I don't know. There's just this thing, guys. Well, let me start from the beginning. If you're seeing this for the first time, my name is Asma'u. Please kindly subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to also give this video a thumbs up. It's very important, guys. And drop a comment. Hello, don't you like my commentaries? Okay, I feel like Sheba now. I'm kind of second-hand Sheba. Yes, so all right, dear. Now, first and foremost, the live nomination show went on, and it wasn't the usual. This time around, housemates were asked to choose who they wanted to keep in the house. Now, it's the opposite of who they wanted to evict. This time around is who they wanted to keep. Man, this game this semester, did I say semester? God have mercy. This game this season is hot. Like, I just love the suspense. I don't know. It's just as human beings, change is constant. Something new all the time. It refreshes. Same old, same old. There's nothing wrong with changing it, isn't it? So here it is, the housemates were asked to save. They mentioned names that they wanted to save, and at the end of the day, to cut the long story short, four names survived. Cassi was one of them. Goddessa was one of them. Oh, God help me. Tram was one of them. And then who was the fourth guy? Oh, how did I forget this? Although I wrote it and my notes are not here. But then there are about four people that were saved. Cassi, um, Tran, Goddessa, and who was the fourth person? Please forgive me. When I remember as I'm editing now, I'll drop it. I'll write the name of the fourth person that was edited. Meanwhile, congratulations to Sheba. Sheba won the head of house. Oh God, if you see the way I was happy, I was jumping out. I was so, like, we just see the fear on the housemate's face for Chimsom not to come back again. But like I said in my last video, that for me, Chimsum even prepared a soft landing for whoever the next house head of house was going to be. Yes, like there's already this decorum. I don't know what I'm trying to say to you. Even to say they should be appreciative of Chimsum, to be honest with you. Yes, with the whatever he lead. Yeah, with the so that's by the way, Sheba is the head of house, and she was called into the head of house. She was called into the diary session, of course, to temper with the names that have been listed that should be saved, that will not be on the chopping block of nomination. At first, she didn't understand what Biggie meant, yeah, because she said she was going to replace Chimsom with Nomy, yes, but Biggie told her no. Among the four saved housemates, because of course this is like the if I'm not mistaken, okay, it has happened in one season like that, but that's by the way. So of course she didn't really understand. Like I told you, same old, same old. And so he told her that no, among the four housemates that have already been saved in the house, that she should mention one that she was going to unsave and replace someone in their place, which she strategically removed Cassie and replaced with Chimsom. So right now, Chimsom doesn't even know he has been saved, because I was like, wow. So probably on Sunday proper, she's going to be asked to talk about it. Obviously, that cannot be kept a secret. That kind of juicy, it cannot be kept a secret, yes, for so long. So that's by the way. And then last, everybody was standing, with the exception of those four. They were asked to sit down, and then Sheba herself, of course, as the head of house. Now, I remember when the day they introduced, they showed us the house. The first day they introduced the housemates to us, and they showed us the house in a video. I remember seeing HOH Loft, and I was like, which one is Loft again? No be lounge again, no be, you understand? Only for when Chimson went one head of house. Now, this kind of one, being the head of house does not equate to enjoyment. Or instead, you recommend people that will enjoy the loft on your bed. Yes, because the usual pattern is that the head of house is usually isolated from the house. But I love this pattern. Trust me, I don't know why everything coming this season. I love it. Yes, I'm not complaining. Aside from the gambit, it's only the gambit that I don't like. By the way, the two gambits that have been selected is Flora, sorry, and Aikou. Mm-hmm. Only that gambit I'm not. But every other new invention, I am open. I love. I like it. So what are we not saying here? At the end of the day, the live nomination show was over, and then boom, their presentation came in. Look, their presentation was awesome. In as much as it took long, but I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. Ha! The ones that started getting us emotional was Yusuf, Neche. Oh my god. Then Bells too. I don't really know what exactly triggered her to that point of sorry, before I get to that place, before I get to that, sorry, let me move you back again. After the live nomination show, and Sheba being the head of house was asked to nominate who is going to enjoy the head of house love, because I remember her saying after the head of house show, she kept saying that what's it going to be, how is it going to be, because they are the occupants. She and Tram were the ones that Chimsom gave the privilege to enjoy the loft. Yeah, so she was not this one now that she's not a head of house, how is it going to be, blah blah blah. So she knew that it was obviously going to be a change, but she doesn't know what type of change. Yeah, so eventually the change took effect, and she chose Cassi. And to everyone's surprise, even me, oh, Cassie went for Nomy. God, did you see the shock on everybody's faces? Even the like, I wish you saw the shock on my face. And come and see Nomy, Nomy Pepe them. Oh, I know because she's the last season. It was usually the last person, the person that performed the least in the head of house tax was giving the snail of the house. But this season, the person is now giving the what's if the bench. Yeah, now they are giving the backbencher. That's what this person, the person is called now. There's that beep that was given to her, like that beep that all this. The Lord chooses to wear is that type of beep, something like that that they gave the backbencher of the head of house context, and unfortunately, it fell on the hands of Nomy, or in the hands of Nomy rather, the beep, and then one small bench. God have mercy. It's even this kind of bench when somebody sits on it for long now, the person back will go pain them. But that's her punishment. But fortunately, Cassie chose her, and Biggie was teasing her that you have a new chair and a new accommodation. She was so excited. But I'm just looking forward, my fingers crossed, Cassie and Nomy. Okay, now no wahala, no wahala. We'll watch, we'll see. Well, on our screens, we're glued to our screens. So coming that back to after the end of the presentation, honestly, the presentation were lovely. To be honest with you, everyone showcased himself on herself as it should be. Yes. Let me mention a few. Sultex, of course, you guys can guess correct. He danced. Oh my god, another person that took everyone by surprise was Goddessa. Goddessa is a good singer. That thing that she sang on the day of Martin's birthday, what happened now? She was not in the mood. This Goddessa has some sort of mood swingy kind of thingy. Like today, she sang Rihanna's song and she was so on point. More when she went high, I was scared for her. Let her voice don't break, but it's obvious. I think she's really doing some training and she's really at it. Yeah. And then Sheba, now she be the army above the house. Hey, Sheba scattered the place like this, so she put news on radio. Everyone was just cracking up and all of that. It was very interesting, yeah. And then look, all emotions came into play. Yeah, Keivo, the artist, yeah, he did his thing. How can I not mention Aikou? Hey, the professor himself. In fact, his buzzer, I knew his buzzer was going to go off. I knew because his pattern of speech is, I just knew, but it's interesting. Let me tell you something. You need to be very deep to understand Aikou. And but it just when his opening speech was just something that resonated with all of us. Do you know why I said it resonated with all of us? Look at this situation of I even covered it on my channel, yeah, of this is it Odogu USF Asaba, and with that issue of that favor thingy, like IQ just, I don't know how to put it for you. It's so unfortunate that we're in a society where things happen, and even the devil himself, I believe that if I already the devil already has followers. I don't know if I'm trying to say to you. What I'm saying here is that no matter how bad of a crime or a situation someone does, they will always have supporters. I don't even know what I'm trying to say to you. Like there was that open. That's why I said you need to be deep to understand IQ. If you're a shallow-minded person, sorry, you won't understand IQ. Honestly, IQ does not belong to the congregation of Olodo uprising. Yes, I'm just saying it. Honestly, like it takes you to that's why you see Chimsom pays this extra attention to this boy. His opening speech had to do with something close to, the favor thingy, but this time around, this person now contact like I don't want to talk about. It wasn't emotional, but it was quite educative. And then he spoke about standing with your shoulder high, and he's talked about cerebral ish. There's some people on the spectrum, and I suspect IQ might be on the spectrum. Not 200% sure, but I think I'm not too sure. Yeah, but he for some reason he brought it into his conversation, and then he was they cut him off. He was speaking about lying on your bed. See, you guys should just leave IQ matter. It's meant for the intellectuals. Yes. And then another person again, Neche. Neche was one that I don't know if it was Neche that triggered Bells. Bells was seriously crying because the last person to present was Abby, and she presented in the kitchen, her Italian chef thingy. Right? I didn't know Abby spoke a lot of Italian like that. Yes, and she was good at it. Yeah, it was so interesting. She was the last person, and it was nice. She took everyone to the kitchen, and Bells didn't join them. Yeah, and so she was just crying before I came to sit down to make this video. She was she's really, really crying, and they're petting her and all of that. They said it was Nature's speech that moved her. Okay, okay. Okay. And then, oh God, this girl said, please, I'm sorry to make this. I don't want this video to be too long, but I just need to add this for this amebo. Now, do you know at the end of the presentation, Bluethopia was talking to Neche, in as much as the conversation did not end. She was saying something like they should be very good friends with Cassi, Chimsom, Sheba, and that the friendship should be genuine, that they should be good friends with those people, I don't know what she see or that she's making that conversation. Then Oyin, that get is another low key. Oh God, I wish they would not invite anybody. Let us still see more of them. But it is a game, and this is the rules of the game. Someone has to go home every time it's time to go home. Oyin was doing amebo with a Mercedes where she was talking about Kamsy's situation. Like Kamsy has chosen Gerard over Chimsom. She said, why no go choose Gerard? So now, man, we fair, can't carry puff puff for head. Like, I'm like, what kind of thing is this? These girls will not keep person. Oh, Chineke. All right, guys. I think let me put a pause here. Thank you so much if you watched this point. I really appreciate. Take your kisses, and I would appreciate further if you subscribe to this channel and drop your comment in the comment section. Let's interact, and then give this video a thumbs up as well. Thank you so much, and see ya later. Bye.